Hi, I am Vinit. Today I am going to present about the artificial intelligence in information technology. And our agenda for today is like introduction, specific aims, background and significance, problem statements, current challenges, state significance, and conclusion. Next, when it goes to like introduction, what is artificial intelligence? The artificial intelligence is the theory and the development of the computer language which can able to perform the tasks that normally require the human intervention, that normally requires the human intelligence, such as like visual precipitation, like speech recognition, decision making, and translation between the languages. So when we go in depth with some of the introduction part, artificial intelligence has become an important aspect of the future. This applies equally as well as the human information technology as it does many other industries and rely on just a decade ago. A technology seems like something slight out of the science fiction. Today, we use it in every day of life without realizing it. From the intelligence research to the facial recognition and the speech recognition on the automation. See, here are the 5 ways that supports the AI, as we can see in the picture. Next, when it comes to next slide is like our specific aims. Here we can see like artificial intelligence operations and machine learning based platform monitoring automation services management. The main aim is to enable the computer for performing the intellectual tasks. This task will include like decision making, problem solving, presentation, understanding the human communications, efficiency in output that is achieved. AI and machine learning have been taken over the traditional computing methods, changing how many industries perform and conduct their day-to-day operations. From the research and manufacturing to modernizing the finance, healthcare systems, leading AI has changed everything in the relatively short term of time. And when it comes to our next slide, it's a background and its significance. Machines will be learned to process the AI, and whenever it's a similar processor observed, it will be provide the result. And AI is one of the important, AI is one that is offering the support in this case. Let's go a bit deeper into this. AI and related technologies had a positive impact on the way of the IT sector works, on the way which IT sector works. To put it in a simpler way, artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science that took a tuning of the computers into intelligent machines that would otherwise not be possible without the direct to human interventions. By making the use of computer-based training and advanced algorithms, AI and machine learning can be used to create the systems capable of mimicking like human behaviors, provide solutions to the difficult and complicated problems, and further developing the simulations aiming to become the human level AI. So next, so when it comes to our next slide, it's our problem statements. So what is the problem statement for the artificial intelligence? So this is, let's go a bit into the problem statement, how we are going to face about the in the artificial intelligence. So proper training is needed in an AI, but there is a presence of some scarcity of the data. If the input is incorrect, then it will be like effect on the output as well. Humans are not capable of thinking on the work. So the digital transformation and the adoption of the artificial intelligence technologies by the industries have given rise to the new advancement to solve and optimize many core challenges in the IT industry. Among all the tech applications, AI sits in the core of the development for most each and every industry, with the information technologies being among the first. The integration of the AI systems with the WTA has helped to reduce the burden on the developers by improving the efficiency, enhancing the productivity, and assuring the quality. The developer and the development of the IT system is a large scale, which are in a large scale, one extreme possibility through AI's development of the advanced algorithmic functions to this, which is possible, which is which is possible. And when it comes to like next slide, Current challenges in the artificial intelligence in information technology project. Even with AI for IT, there is a presence of some challenges. So that the efficiency of the algorithms will get decreased. The trust can be lost easily with banking sector. In some cases, the data is now is not sufficient. So data security is one of the critical importance when it comes to like security, personal, financial, and otherwise confidential data. So government and private organizations store a large amount of the customer and the strategic data that needs to be secured at all the times by using the advanced algorithms and by making the use of machine learning. Artificial intelligence can provide a necessary level of the protection to create a high level security layer with all of these systems. AI will help in identifying the potential threats and the data breaches as well. So while also providing the needed solutions and the provisions to avoid any existing system and its loopholes. So these are the few of the current challenges in artificial intelligence in an information technology. And when it comes to like when it comes to our next slide, it's a declaring of the purpose. A strong foundation for the use of the software is provided. So to complete the task within the less span of time, in the IT, it's necessary we have to like have a data operations. More projects can be developed in an IT with an AI. So artificial intelligence also uses a series of algorithms that can be applied directly to help the programmers when it comes to like detecting and overcoming of the software bugs, as well as when it comes to like writing a code. Some form of artificial intelligence have been developed to provide the suggestions which it comes to coding. So which in turn help in increasing the efficiency, productivity, and providing a clean and bug-free code for the developers. By looking at the structure of the code, the AI system will help to able to provide the useful suggestions, not only improving the overall productivity, but also helps to cut on the downtime during the production process. So this is just one of these statement. And next we go with a significance. AI Ops platform enabling the continuous insights across the IT operations monitoring, which is like an ITOM. Okay. So when it goes to like ITOM, like improved customer services in IT is seen with the AI. It is capable of enhancing all the operations. The integration for the IT staffing demands are seen. It helps to provide the support for the current technology operations. They are capable of learning in themselves. It is capable of analyzing the human behavior. So one of the major benefit of the automation is that a lot of legwork can be achieved with a minimal or no human interventions. By using the deep learning applications, IT departments can go a long way in automating backend processes that can be able to have the various cost savings and minimize the human hours spent on them. Numerously, AI has enabled the methods will also improve over a time as their algorithms learn from their mistakes and improve their effectiveness. So this is just a state of significance that we can say in this slide. And next it comes to our like preliminary data. In order to use like AI in IT industry, there is a need for the data. The historical data will be taken. Also, the data which is related to the current topic is gathered. The help from the online sources is also taken. Some of the data is taken from the predictions. So evidences that are taken to analyze the data. So these are the few points which are considered for our preliminary data. So when we talk about the application development control, so we need to take into an account that various stages that go into the software development. This means the software visioning control is a critical and highly beneficial during the development stage. And since AI is all about predicting the possible issues, it has become like integral and a highly useful tool in detecting and anticipating the problems during this stage. As such, this can be avoided and fixed without any major hiccups. Means the developers will not have to wait until the final stage before improving its before improving the app's overall performance. So this is something which we can talk about the preliminary data. And we'll go with our next slide, which is like experimental design and methods. AI takes the support of various kinds of algorithms. In an IT, it's expected to output should be match the various outputs to the clients. The methods that are used in this case are like artificial neural networks, fuzzy logic, generic algorithms, swarm optimizations. Like quality assurance is in a large part about ensuring that the right tool are used during the development cycle. To put somewhat differently, AI methodologies can help in software engineers use the right tools to fix the various bugs and issues which within the applications and adjust them automatically during the development cycle. So I mean, like these are the few considerations that has been taken for our like experimental design and its methodologies. And next, uh, yeah, next is our conclusion. Conclusion, it's not last, it's not the best. For new enterprise applications, AI is the center. The industry of IT is growing rapidly. It will complete the task efficiently in a less time, but there is a need to take care during the time of using the algorithms. This will program with the help of the digital computer. So quite often, the hosting server will be bombarded with by many millions of the requests on the daily basis. So whenever this happens, the server needs to open the web pages that are being requested by the users because the constant flow of the request, some servers may become unresponsive and end up slowing down overall the long term. AI can help in optimizing the host services so as to improve the customer services and enhance overall the operations. As IT needs will progress, AI will increasingly use to integrate those IT staffing demands and provide more seamlessly integrations between the current business and the technology functions. So this is the conclusion that we can say. And when it comes to our next slide, here are some of the references that we have taken. Um, that we have taken, and the references are continued. And yeah, that's all I have for today. And thank you. If you have any queries or questions, just please post me so that I can revert back to you. Thank you.